Allison. Nice to meet
Allison
you.
Jolivette. How are you?
I'm good. Thanks.
Good.
How's your Comic-Con going?
I am loving this. This is pretty awesome.
Your first one?
This is my very first one.
Awesome.
This is the first.
It's intense. Your first time.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I've heard about it. I've seen some stuff, but to be here and experience it, that is, you can't reduplicate this if that makes any sense.
No, you can't.
Being here is a little bit different than watching it somewhere else.
Absolutely.
This is awesome.
Absolutely.
It's awesome.
All right. So tell me about your character.
So Uncle Ray.
I love that, by the way, Uncle Ray.
Yeah, I'm Uncle Ray, and I'm that guy, if that makes any sense. Whatever you can imagine, whatever you can think about when you say that guy, that Uncle Ray, I'm that guy.
Okay.
It was a wonderful experience. Something that I didn't think that I would ever see this early in my career, but it is by far, oh my God, life-changing. So it was pretty cool.
Why do you think the movies are, or at least the Sharknado movies were a little campy, and now this kind of follows that same genre. Why do you think it's so popular?
So it's popular because it catches you off guard every time. It's one of those movies that you don't know what to expect, but then when it happens, you're like, oh my God, because you don't know. It's not your typical. Does that make any sense? It's something that makes you think, but something that you can enjoy at the same time. It's not one of those films that beats you upside the head with a streamlined message, but when it's done, you're like, I never thought about that. And this is pretty cool because you talk about it later on. It's one of those, like Dad used to say, it's one of those what not shelf things, if that makes any sense.
Yeah,
so it's pretty cool.
It does, absolutely. What was your best day on set?
My best day on set would have to be when Mr. Ziering himself was watching one of my scenes being directed by Anthony. And Ian said, man, I watched your audition. I've been on set with you, but when you did that, I didn't even know you had that in you. And everybody on set was literally in awe of what happened after that particular scene. It was the best thing, because to get a compliment from him, he's well established. He's done that thing.
Yeah.
But to get that kind of compliment from him afterwards was just, it was the icing on the cake after you sliced it, if that makes any sense.
Yeah,
so it was pretty
a good
cool.
feeling.
It really was.
Real validation.
It really was, and we need that. Though we're not doing this for the applause, we're not doing this just to say, hey, you're good. We do want that. Everybody wants to know, man, you're doing what you're supposed to be doing, and that felt good to me. So that was my best day on set.
Oh,
it really was.
Well, we're excited to watch it. So thank you so much.
Put your seatbelt on. Uncle Ray.
Put your seatbelt on.
I'm telling you,
It's coming.
if you're not ready, it's too late. We're here.
All right.
So get ready.
There you go. So how did we go from sharks and tornadoes to zombies and tsunamis?
It's all alcohol-induced creativity, whether it's sharks.
Just alcohol?
No, but in all seriousness, after working on those movies for so long, you kind of figure out the formula. And being, a very driven, motivated person, I decided that, I'd like to helm a movie myself with all the skills that I've grown and learned over the years of being in this industry and fine-tuning them on The Apprentice. I figured, why don't I be a project manager for myself? And created Zombie Tidal Wave and pitched it to the suits at Sci-Fi, and they loved it. I pitched it in the afternoon. The next morning I got a call with a green light. It took us about 3 years to get into production because we kept doing Sharknado movies. So until we were done with those, I couldn't really get into production. But once we knew that Sharknado 6 was the end, then I was able to staff up. We shot this movie in Thailand. Visually, it's spectacular. Oh my gosh. And specifically, Thailand just lends itself.
Does it?
Lends itself beautifully to the story that we're going to tell. Because when the tide goes out in Thailand, it goes out for 6 miles. It doesn't go out like 40 feet. It doesn't drop like 20 feet. It just goes out so far that any boat that is close to land winds up sitting on the sand.
Oh my God. That's dramatic effect.
Yeah, so it kind of looks like the aftermath of a huge tsunami. So it really lends itself perfectly. The people in Thailand were fantastic to work with. We got a great story, great visual effects. And you know what? That's what it takes. That's what it takes. I mean, if we're going to deliver something that's going to be impactful, that's going to satiate the hunger that all the fans of Sharknado have come to expect, we had to have all those elements included in. And I know we're going to tell an incredible story with great visual effects. And I really think we overshot what we were trying to do because it came out better than I had ever hoped for.
All right, tell me your first impression of Zombie Tidal Wave when you heard about it.
My gosh.
I love it, right?
I mean, isn't it a name? It's so fun. So I keep telling everyone I hate scary things. Like, scary movies are not my thing. I don't do scary movies. And I saw this, though, and I was like, this is insane. This is so fun. And I knew that it was kind of the same vibe as Sharknado. And I just thought, this is going to be such a fun opportunity, like such a cool experience. And we were going to Thailand. And I mean, it just, I feel so grateful to be a part of it. It's so fun, so fun.
What did you learn about being on set, especially, working with Ian
Right.
and Anthony?
I mean, Ian is such a great person to work with. He's so helpful and gives you advice. It was definitely, like, shooting was 12-hour days, though, like, go, go, go. And we had to film in such a short amount of time that, I mean, there were some scenes you had 30 minutes. And it was like, you have 2 shots, so you had to be on your game at all times. But we all worked so hard and worked together, and we were just like, let's do this. We would show up to set, and it was just like, go, go, go. And it just pushed me so much as an actress to be ready to, like, do it at all times, like, go for it. So
It's like film boot camp.
that is a great way to describe it. It was literally like, okay, you have 30 minutes to do a cry for 2 hours. Like, okay, great, okay. I've been preparing for this role this whole time, and now I have 30 minutes to record my crying. Great. It was boot camp for sure.
Tell me about your character.
Okay, so I play Samantha. She goes by Sam, and my mom is the head of the hospital in our town, and she has a little thing for Mr. Ian Ziering's character.
Who doesn't?
I know, he's dreamy, and so I'm always kind of pushing that, and I'm kind of, my mom's, our father, like, who's not in the picture anymore, and I'm the youngest in the cast. I'm the youngest character, and it definitely, like, this all breaks out, and it's kind of this thing where I have to figure out myself, because I'm alone, and we get broken off, and it's kind of like a growing time for my character, because it's like, wow, okay, I got to do this. Like, it's me and a pool cue, so, yeah.
Pool cue. Does that work on zombies?
No, you guys, I got a pool cue and a tiki torch, and let me tell you, could I not have grabbed something stronger? I mean, that was all props, that's all that was there, but
Low budget.
I would rather have
Low budget.
more the fact that, I mean, we didn't see a zombie tidal wave coming in the movie, so there weren't guns just chilling at the tiki lounge we were eating dinner at. It was like, what can we grab and possibly use? I mean, it was slim pickings, is what it was. I mean, we can't all make an amazing sword. Like Ian, we're not all.
All right, okay.
So, I mean, we used what we got.
And that makes it more fun and campy, right?
Yeah, I mean, it makes it a little more realistic because, I mean, where would you get a gun, right?
Absolutely.
But it was a blast.
I understand this is your first Comic-Con?
Yes, this is my first Comic-Con, and wow.
It's intense, right?
It's. I had no idea what to expect. I was like, are people going to be like what? And it blew my wildest expectations. It's so cool. It's beautiful. I think it's beautiful. Like that there's all these people here supporting these films. We got on a karaoke bus today and started singing.
Did you really?
We were like, you know what? We're going to sing. So all of us went and sang a zombie song. We didn't know any of the words, so we ended up just making it up. We were screaming Zombie Tidal Wave to everyone and making them sing it with us.
Please tell me somebody filmed that. Please tell
I
me.
did, and I will send it to you. You should see us. We were like, zombie tidal wave, and I was making everybody sing it. We created a new song. It'll probably be in the next movie if there is one, I
Excellent.
think.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I probably will be.
So I loved it. It's been
All right.
so fun.
What's your go-to karaoke song?
Oh, don't go breaking my heart.
Ooh.
Breaking my heart. I wouldn't if I tried.
There you
Oh,
go.
honey.
That was
I
awesome.
love that.
Did you see Rockin' Man?
No.
Fantastic. Fantastic.
I need to see it.
You absolutely do.
Yes.
All right, well, we're going to let you go. Thanks for talking about this. It was
Thank you
so nice
so
meeting you. All right, let's talk about Zombie Tidal Wave.
Okay,
Say
I'm
that over and
ready,
over
I
again.
think.
All right, tell me about your character.
So my character, Tayani, very much so starts as a very young woman who, she grew up with her dad by herself and very kind of like, I'm going to do my own thing, and like that rebellious kind of, her dad's a cop, right?
she has
so
to
she's
rebel.
like,
She
of
was
course she's
born
going
into
to
it.
Exactly. She's going to rebel and do her own thing. And then this whole kind of apocalyptic type of thing happens. And in that process of the apocalyptic world and like her trying to struggle to survive and certain things that I won't reveal at this moment that happen, she definitely kind of grows up in that world and becomes a little more of less of a teenager and more of a woman. So it is, I feel like it's a little more of a coming of age story for Tayani, specifically for herself, because of just the things that she started with and the things that she has to deal with and what that means to her in the movie.
Interesting. I like that. Good teaser. Excellent.
It's very much so our 80s style zombie horror film, and it's slight, it's not very obvious, but it's there.
All right. Excellent. What do you think fans are going to like most about Zombie Tidal Wave?
The zombies. The zombies
The
and
campiness,
the
right?
comic. Yeah, exactly. The campiness, the comic relief of it, and the things that are like, oh, okay, yeah. I saw that coming, but whatever it is. So this movie basically, we know what it is. Like, we're doing this genre, we're trying to homage to the 80s, to zombie movies. We're not doing a Walking Dead. We're not doing, something that is so serious. You're like, oh my gosh, like this could happen tomorrow. No, we're having fun. We are literally having fun and just enjoying the homage of like the 80s and doing zombie movies and what that means and just kind of bringing that to, people are younger individuals.
Well, everybody likes
haven't got to go through that. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Who didn't get to experience that genre? So we're trying to bring it back a little bit. And, we're a little serious, of course. There's some seriousness to it. But, we also, have that funness to it. And that was the amazing part about shooting it. It was so much fun.
What made you want to do this movie?
Well, I didn't even know about this movie. My friend invited me to this gathering, and I met Anthony Ferrante, the director. And I was like, oh, he's the director of the Sharknado movies. And I was like, well, I'm going to go meet him. And I went up to him, shook his hand, and we talked for half an hour. And he says, you're my Blaine. And I said, I don't know what that means, but you're right. I am your Blaine. So, yeah.
I hear you wear like the pink collared shirt with the sweater.
Pink color, oh, God. This is what I'll say about that. Thailand, I live in LA, and LA can get really hot, but Thailand, it's a dry heat. Thailand is 120% humidity.
Oh, dear God.
I literally had to have some girl walk around and wipe my brow every couple minutes. Wow. No joke. I was like melting.
Oh,
yeah.
Doesn't sound like a fun experience.
It was an intense experience, but it was the time of my life.
Okay.
It's like, think about this. You're at the gym, you're working out, it hurts like hell, but it's a great result,
All right, I getcha.
Yeah.
What do you think fans of the Sharknado series are going to take away and really enjoy about Zombie?
Well, first of all, Sharknado has a really intense cult following.
Right?
A really intense cult following. But you throw in the zombie genre, and the zombie genre has carried its own for since the black and white days of filmmaking, This really is, and I know I'm supposed to talk it up, this really is, when I read the script, I was like, nobody's done this. Because it's scary, and this is why it's scary. We've been dealing with earthquakes in Southern California. You deal with a natural disaster, which is scary in and of itself, and then you deal with the fact that you have the dead rising from that natural disaster. It's terrifying. Yeah.
It sounds like it is, but I think fans are going to love it.
They're going to love it. They are going to love it. I think we'll pick up new fans also, that people that are just hardcore zombie freaks, or you know what I mean, people that are just absolutely obsessed with the zombie genre, so yeah.
All right, well, hopefully it'll continue on and we'll have, Zombie Tidal Wave 6 and 7 and 8 anyway.
It could happen, yeah.
It definitely could happen.
Yeah.
Thanks so much for talking with us.
Thank you so much.
Have a good day.
You as well.